What's going on, everybody? We're back with another episode. I'm here with my buddy Joel from Arate. Let's hop right in. Joel's an incredible human being, and I'm super happy to give any type of digital marketing advice I can possibly muster up this morning. So let's hop right in, man.
Hey, how you going, buddy?
Good, man.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got a company called Sudden Beauty down in Melbourne, Australia. As you know, coronavirus hit pretty hard. So they've locked down everything down here. So since that hit, I've had trouble selling my product now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I hope you can give me some advice.
Totally. I'm actually going to enable screen sharing on this so we can kind of look at this together. So let's kind of break down your product, what you sell, where we can look it up, and let's start to look at some of that digital marketing on it.
All right, so it's I started with a microderma roller, which is a little rolling device, creates micro channels in the skin to absorb any skincare product that you put on, which kind of led me to exploring and getting retinol and vitamin C serums. So it's called Sudden Beauty. You can find it at sudden_beauty on Instagram.
Is that where you want us to look first?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. We got you. Get that follow. Everybody, if you're not following them, make sure you go hit that follow button real fast too, so you guys can follow along with us. Cool, man. So I really like what I see when I first log onto it. I love the branding on it. I love the logo. It's super, super clean, super elegant. And I can tell there's been a lot of thought put into this.
Yep. Thank you.
So I always start out and let's say, who is your target demographic? Who is this really supposed to be going to?
That's something I'm still in the process of trying to find out through ads. So at the moment, it looks like the 18 to 20-year-old females and the older 36 plus females as well.
Man, I love the consistency and the branding on this. This is like top notch.
Yeah, I found a good product photographer, which he did some really good content on it.
I love the use of gray and the consistency of like that white and gray marbling in all your photos for that, and really really leaning into that idea.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So when we're looking at this, you've got the roller, you've got a drop bottle, and then we've got some type of cream, right?
Correct. Yeah. So I'll just sell those in little bundle packs.
Okay. And then would you say that's the best seller?
Yep. My bundles are usually the best sellers, rather than just the single product alone.
Is this a Shopify store?
Yep.
Awesome. Cool. I'm in love with this, man. I think this is an incredible looking landing page. I love how clean and simple it looks. It's not overcrowded. It tells me exactly what it does. My eye is guided perfectly through this. I mean, I think this is top notch. So at this point, is the main struggle looking at content, or is it looking at conversions? Where do you see the biggest struggle with digital marketing right now?
Biggest struggle is converting customers. So I think on the back end, it says my conversion rate's 1.13%.
Okay.
Which, it used to be about 4% 6 months ago, and then it just dropped right down. So that's my struggle at the moment, just trying to convert customers, and I'm not sure why and the bounce rate is pretty high as well. It's around 50%.
50?
Yeah.
That's actually not horrible. It's not
Okay,
great,
well that's
right? But it's,
yeah.
when we first start working with companies, I typically see them in the high 90s or low 80s, somewhere in that range. So
Okay.
the 50% bounce rate, it's not awful. There's always ways it can be better, but you're never going to have 0% bounce rate. And it's very rare that unless you're even Amazon, from the numbers they tell us, are in the high 20s and low 30s throughout different periods.
Yeah, right.
You're going to get it.
Yeah. Okay, so something I shouldn't be too worried about. But
I wouldn't worry about it unless you're peaking over like a 75, and then I would start to worry about it.
yep.
So as I'm peeking around this, man, I really do love this. I think it's super clean. I think it's super, it's very systematized from what you would expect to see on like an e-comm page, right? It's not like there's structural issues in the page to where it's like, okay, like I really don't know what to look at with it. Um,
Mm.
right. And that's a
Well,
problem I see a lot of times is like, I don't know where to look first. Where with this, it's very clear, it's very precise, and the images really summarize a lot of what's going on with this. So when you're running
yep,
the
yep.
ad, where are you sending them? Are you sending them directly to the product page, or are you sending them straight to this first homepage?
So I've got a marketing team that do that, and I'm quite certain they send it straight to the homepage.
Okay,
And then they've got a carousel ad menu that
perfect,
goes straight to the product. Yeah.
awesome. Um, Yeah, I mean, outside of that, it could just be a matter of testing the audience size. Do you ship internationally, or are you only shipping inside of
Just
Australia?
Australia. Yeah.
Okay. So that could be part of it, is that the market size is too condensed to where
Mm.
it's something called ad fatigue. You would be able to look at that based on the frequency number inside of your ad account. So anytime
Yep.
that an ad is hitting a frequency of over like a 3, it means that the audience has kind of become fatigued of looking at that ad, which can cause conversion rates to go down like that. It might be just
Right.
100% coincidental that it happened around the time of Corona, but it could also be, we're coming into the holiday season, we're coming into Black Friday season too, and we're seeing just a little bit of a dip inside of e-comm
Mm.
altogether. So people are starting to recognize, I'm only a few months away from the holiday season. I need to start saving a little bit of money to put towards that. So kind of understanding that that's already on the horizon. Most shoppers aren't thinking about that, but the people that tend to be pretty financially secure and understand cash flow for their own personal life are already starting to look at these things. Um, you know,
Right. Yeah. I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't thinking of that. So that's a good point to make.
so which one of these are you really looking to have as like the main holiday sale? And we can start going into
Uh,
ways to optimize that or talk about that.
it'll be the complete bundle.
The complete bundle. Are
Yeah.
you going to be offering a holiday sale on this?
Yeah. Well, I've got some new products in the making at the moment that will be launching in about a month's time,
Mhm.
which I want to sale on the new products.
Okay.
But let's go with this at the moment.
All right. So one of the things that I would like to see kind of tweaked a little bit is this paragraph right here.
Yeah.
Anytime that we have a paragraph, our brain instantly goes, this is a lot of information. It's going to require a lot of calories for us to process this. So either I'm going to avoid it or it's going to take me time to move through it, which means if I'm moving through it, I have to really be invested.
Yeah.
Um, so good copywriting typically only has 1 to 2 sentences at a time. It's very rare that we'll see anything above 2 sentences being combined together before we layer in another indentation or we start a new paragraph. I know it's super
Okay.
counterintuitive as to like how we were taught to write, but this is having that
For a
level of,
selling point of
right,
view.
we're
Yeah.
selling something, right? So it's got to be separated. I would almost think about leading with the bullet points, and then going into what it does for them.
For each product.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And then I would find a way to restate the benefits, not necessarily what it's going to do for like what the active ingredients are. So like definitely having like the cream, the vitamin serum, and the microderma roller, having that be like what you get, and then right underneath it list like key benefits instead of that
Okay. Yep. Okay. Right. So get bullet point and then key benefits.
right.
Bullet
That
points.
that's really all they care about. They don't care about like these drop down paragraphs. It's nice. The people that are going to read it are naturally going to be inclined to go through and read it even more. But you're
Yeah,
looking at
but
trying
if
to get
not,
that. It's not. It's almost an impulse buy, but it's really not. And that could be the
yeah,
other
well,
part of it
yeah,
too.
that's the thing with my product. It's not really an essential, as say. It's more of just a splurge.
Right. Um, the other thing with this is how often should I be repurchasing this?
Mm.
Right. A lot
Yeah,
of
I don't.
e-com stores
Yeah,
do like ongoing memberships with this. So
like
is
a
there
subscription.
right? So is there
Um,
a one-time set it and forget it to where I'm automatically getting billed, once a month for $99, but I'm guaranteeing that I get a new package every month?
I've seen some other skincare product companies do that. Is there an app on Shopify you can use
There's
for that,
hundreds
or
of them. There's
okay?
hundreds of
Yep,
them. I'll send you a DM with the list of the best ones because I don't remember them off the top of my head.
awesome.
I would say those are the best things to look at. I like that you have even the different size rollers on there.
What are your thoughts on um, the little like 15% off or 5 left? Those little banners that you can get the apps for in Shopify.
To do like the discount.
The like, yeah, or like, this is being watched or viewed 10 times right now. Do you agree or disagree on using those?
I usually don't do those. Typically, if we're going to do anything like that, it's pushing around a sale.
Yep,
So
yeah,
inside of that sale, we're only offering this sale to 100 people. Cut it off there, and then you don't even have to do that. But I'm typically not a fan of discounting prices. I'd rather see value adds come in. So we'll, instead of a discount, we'll give you a free T-shirt, or instead of a discount, we'll throw in an extra roller, right? Whatever that is, to be able to get
yep,
them more value add in there, because some people aren't value-based shoppers off of a price point. Some people are value-based off of what else could I get for my money that's a free add-on.
yeah. Well, I've got an upsell on these for the roller for
Mhm.
a half price roller.
I actually wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, so when they go add to cart, it'll have a little pop up.
Okay. Boom. Okay, cool. Yeah, dude, I think you're 95% of the way there. I think what could really be hindering is depending on how you have your ad campaign set up. Typically, when we do ad campaigns for e-com stores, we're doing them in 3 levels. So we're doing a prospecting / acquisition one, which is the first time, top of funnel, right? Somebody's first coming out learning about you. Then we have mid funnel, which is typically a retargeting campaign. So they've hit the site, but they bounced, or they hit the site, they added to the cart, but they didn't actually like move through a conversion.
Yep, yep,
And then we have bottom of the funnel, which is a re-engagement based off of people who have watched all your videos, watched your content, or they've already purchased. And now it's time after 30 days for them to come back and kind of move through that process again. That's how we typically set that up. So depending on how you have your ad campaign set up inside of the back end of Facebook or Google, making sure that you have all 3 of those in the right succession, and making sure that you're pulling from your Facebook pixel data, because you have your Facebook pixel on here. It looks like you've got page
yep,
view and add to cart already kind of optimized in there for that. So really leveraging that Facebook pixel data to be able to move them through and retarget them effectively through that. When we look at kind of
yep,
budget allocation across that, typically it's 50% at the top line, and then 30% in the midline, and 20% inside of the re-engagement. So that way we're constantly moving them through, and having that strong, having 50% of it for the bottom 2 parts of that funnel really allows us to not be spending so much on customer acquisition costs, but really as we grow and move this thing up and further, really focusing on leveraging the people that have already hit the site the first time or second time, or they've spent time like deep browsing where they've spent more than 3 or 5 minutes on the site, and really allowing them to come back through and build in that direction.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
How about actual the value of the ad? So at the moment, I've got just micro influencers and just footage of each of them in like a little influencer campaign. I haven't spent any money on any big professional advertising.
Mm-hmm. I like it as far as, if that's truly going to be the best way for you to do it and try to build them up. Are you sharing their success stories inside of your Instagram page?
Ones that retag my Southern Beauty, yes.
Is that part of like what's considered the influencer marketing, is that they have to come back and
Uh,
share so many a month with you?
no, the influencer marketing, I've gone to them and asked them to create footage at a cost, obviously.
Is that like this post right here?
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah. So that would have been cut down into an ad.
So as I'm looking at this, I would say that I would work on a little bit of the copy around that. So as I'm looking at it, I'm really not getting strong keywords as to what this is going to provide for me. So I would look at things like rejuvenate, relax, revive, and figure out what some of those keywords are, and really start to associate with it. Because those are what are really going to stand out, and then trying to leverage those as like bottom base scrolls across the screen. So
Yep.
really layering in those keywords, because those are what are going to be remembered more than the actual text of the post. So if this is
Yeah,
where the
right.
majority of your audience is, what are those keywords that you want them to associate with the product, and how do you start to layer those in more?
Okay, and use them over and over again.
Yeah. And I would find like 3 to 5.
3 to 5 strong keywords.
So when we were doing this with the flotation therapy centers that we were working with, we called them the 3 R's: relax, recover, rejuvenate, which is
Oh, yeah.
a very
Nice.
similar market audience to what you're dealing in now, which is women with disposable income aged 22 to 45, which is really where the beauty industry typically lays for stuff like that.
Yep.
And really layering in with those words, because those are what they've already been prone to associate with when it comes to beauty, health, wellness, and really laying into that whole thing. The other thing is, what is having good oh, see, you're using them here, right? Rejuvenate, revitalize. So really laying into one of those as opposed to all of them.
Yeah. Okay. I wish
Otherwise,
there was a way I could show you the actual ads.
are they
They'll probably
running
start
through
popping.
Facebook?
Yeah, they'll probably start popping up now that you've searched it.
So what's nice about Facebook is that, is it this top one?
No. It's none of those ones.
There it
Yeah,
is.
there it is.
For those of you watching on YouTube or on any other platform, make sure you go give them a like and a follow. What's nice about Facebook is that we can go into page transparency, and I can go inside
Okay.
your ad
Yeah.
library, and I can actually see
Oh, here we go.
ads that are running. Oh, filter by all. There we go. So now here's all the ads that you have running or have been recently run.
Yeah. There should be more. I think because it's my marketing team, it might be under their Facebook pixel. I'm not too sure. Oh no, these are the ads. These are, yep.
Okay. So out of these, which one is the best converting for you?
I think the retargeting one. I'm not too sure which one's the best, or the influencer ad, which I think is the second. Yeah, that one there.
Okay.
That one.
So one of the things that we found that works super, super well is you had a ton of amazing testimonials on your page. Use them as a text-based ad for this. You can do the video, right? But inside the header part of that up here, throw in the testimonial before the offer. Use the offer down here in the actual like call to action
Okay.
space within the ad, but pick out some
Yeah.
of the ads that are, or some of the testimonials that work well for you and slap them in there. Those tend to be really, really high converting ads.
Yep. Testimonial pin header. And put the offer in the footer.
Yep. Another thing is that you're doing this 4K giveaway. Where
Yep.
where else are you getting their data? What else could you do for it to be, are they giving you a name, email, phone number in exchange for getting entered into the giveaway? Are they needing to follow you?
So
What is that call to action to follow up with them?
the 4K giveaway is just through my Instagram, and it's pretty much just a like, follow, and share.
Okay. That's totally fine. It's a small call to action, nothing super, super impactful as far as like they need to go to a website and register. It's all done pretty easily.
You'd be amazed how many people don't actually follow though. They
Right.
just share it.
Same thing. I would put 10% off site wide down here.
Yep.
Almost exclusively, just because that's really what's going to push them into that call to action button more than it will be, a key selling feature of it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so we're seeing a girl use the products.
A little tutorial.
Yeah, I like those. So for the next time that you do one of these, I would look at ways to implement humor or a before and after. Those tend to
Yeah, I've been looking at before and afters.
That's a
I
really,
think
really powerful video creation tool as a before and after.
yeah.
And then on this
I'll
vertical
look.
based one, are you running these for story ads only?
Um, to be honest, I'm not too sure where they are based with the marketing team.
I would see that these are probably going to be story based only ads. What's nice
Yep.
about story ads is that they're cheaper and they tend to have a higher conversion rate, especially down in Australia, New Zealand, and over in parts of Europe. They tend to convert a lot better and a lot cheaper.
Okay. Yep. See, this is the influencer ad.
Yeah. And they're just showing, for those of you that are listening, they're just showing a demo of the product. I like that one a lot. I think it's fast enough pace to where you get the idea of what the product does and what it is. Um,
Yeah, that one we've had for a while, and we just keep adding to it every time we get more footage.
I would do the same thing though. So like over top of what you have now, what are the keywords over top of this image for each one of those? So when they showed the black mask, is it detox? Is it right? Is it rejuvenate over some of them? What are some of those keywords that you want to throw at them in that that are going to take it to the next level before that last one. Because you're throwing the shop now button as the call to action at the end, which is awesome because it correlates down with what's inside the post. But in the video itself, what other keywords can we pull out that are really going to jog my attention? Because otherwise I don't know what this product does besides I apply it to my face.
Yeah, because there's no sound over the top either.
Right. So that,
So
having that extra
yeah, just big bold keywords.
Yep. All right, so this one has some sound.
Yeah.
All right, so it's showing you wash your face, body, shower, kind of looking in the mirror. You're spraying the product onto the roller, rubbing it on your face.
Yeah.
So I would say the same thing on this one.
I think
I
this
would
one, that
honestly
was
try
a
to cut
brand
that ad
awareness.
down by a lot.
Yeah.
I would try to cut it down by over half.
Okay.
Because they're going to decide in the first 2 to 3 seconds, if they're going to continue to watch. So what's the showstopper right away? And then what can we do to pull them into the story?
Yep. Cut down by half.
Otherwise, man, I think you're on a great pace. I would love to see the 3-step conversion process on this, of moving them through the prospecting, the retargeting, and the re-engagement, and really having those stacked correctly and running simultaneously inside of Facebook's back end. That's really going to take you to the next level with this, as far as how well those ads are starting to convert and converting them consistently.
Yeah. 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 Nice. And so I just keep trying, just trial and error more until find something that really hits and scale from that.
Yep. Don't be afraid to put anywhere from like 5 to 7 different types of ads inside of each campaign, because Facebook will automatically start to shift focus onto ones that are more high performing. Even if, so they introduced what's called campaign budget optimization about 1.5 years ago, full force. And it's one of the things to where it's a new feature that they want you to use, but it's not one that they require you to use, but they kind of automatically do it on the back end anyway. It's saying if I have $1,000 to spend on this ad campaign, out of all the different ads and ad set levels I have, which ones are the highest performing, and it'll automatically shuffle budget that way. But they do that anyway without us telling them to do that. So separating them out into those 3 different campaign levels of acquisition/prospecting, retargeting, and re-engagement, having different images and videos specifically for each one is going to be infinitely more powerful for you, and keeping them separated like that's going to help a lot. But inside of that, having, the 5 to 7 different types of ads in that are really going to help too, instead of it just being 1 or 2 of the same thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally with you on that one. Awesome.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for your time. Why don't you let listeners know where they can follow you, find you, engage with your products?
Yeah. Instagram, it's sudden_beauty. And like we were before, www.suddenbeautycare.com.
Awesome, Joel.
That's
Thanks
where
for
you can
being here.
find me. Beautiful. Thanks.